No, they said besides me. Finnegan Lynch, I know, is also a good coach. So I would definitely recommend those two. And Azul, I know Azul does coaching. Igor does coaching. KDC, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Very, very kind of you. Yeah, Azul, Igor are very good options as well. Rahul as well. Rahul is a good option. But yeah, on the darkpatch.com, that's probably the best site where it has the most variety. Caleb Gadamer as well. Caleb Gadamer also does coaching. If you go 7-2, play 5 more, so it's like you are in day 2 of a regional. maybe. Okay, so I would assume we're up against Zork, Lycanroc, right? That's what I would assume. Can we finally beat a Zork deck? Can we finally beat a Zork deck? And yeah, I don't post my pricing info anywhere, Firabus, but you can just send me a message and I'll give you all the details if you want to. Don't forget Jesper. I mean, he's a 16-year-old kid, right? So I don't know, like people can be very good players, but that doesn't mean they're very good coaches. And Jesper is a very cool kid. I don't know, I would go for coaching with him. Alice, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. And thank you, Josh. Thank you. No, you don't need to commit to anything, Viewtables. I can just send you the information. Asking costs nothing. I'll give you my information and then you can weigh with the other players and you can decide. It doesn't commit you to anything. Like, I'll literally just send you a message on Facebook. I'll reply to your message on Facebook with the information. That's it. No big deal. Okay, my opponent starts Mew, which is always nice to see. Definitely confirms Zork. Definitely confirms Zork. And there's gonna be the Bridget turn 1. And or you can message me here on Twitch, Firabus, if you want, or you can message me on Twitter as well. Yeah, however you want to contact me, that's fine. Okay, so it is Zork Lycanroc as mentioned. I'm going to Brooklet Heal for the other Froakie. We have priced one Frogadier every single game. And then I think I'll just pass here. And thank you, Josh, for the recommendation. Okay. Hello, Alex. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? How's your weekend? Okay, there's the first Zork. There's the first Zork. Goes for the Kuzma to not power up the Mew. Kevin, este deck es lo más estándar del mundo Greninja. Kuzma is interesting there. Okay, so my opponent does have the TC. With such a big hand, that's what you would expect, right? So now this turn, we're gonna hammer plus water duplicates. And we're gonna have to make do with just 2 Greninjas for now. Oh, never mind. The Brooklet Hill counter is real. There was no way for me to play around it, I don't think. Yeah, 10 an hour is definitely underpriced. Yeah, 10 more per hour. I figured you meant something like that. I think the price point that I'm at is a good balance. Okay, so we top deck the Froakie, but we can play it because we know 2 Frogadiers are priced. So let's go ahead and do this. And I'm tempted to Cynthia, but I don't think using Cynthia here is correct. I'll just water duplicates. No worries, Damage Drummer. You have a Buzzrock deck already, but you want to change the deck. What would you recommend? See, Steven, so I generally can't give you any good tips for after rotation because I'm focusing on the Worlds format right now. So I'm playing decks right now that are still relevant to Worlds, and Take It Real, thank you so much for the follow. And I like Bespoke seems good after rotation, but I can't generally tell you if it's gonna be very good or not because rotation for me doesn't exist until the Monday after Worlds. The Monday after Worlds, I'll be the happiest person to play and think about rotation. But as of today and until after Worlds, I will not be thinking about anything regarding post rotation because I need to prepare for Worlds, and that's what's most important. Yeah. And okay, I believe my opponent forgot that he didn't have a TCE. Oh no, never mind. There's the TCE. I know why he evolved there. So it's the advantage. I'm playing the 4 bubble Froakies over like the 3-1 split because why did we start playing 70 HP basics, or why were 70 HP basics important? Because Buzzwole GX hits 30 damage to the bench, right? And therefore you want your Pokemon to survive 3 hits rather than 2. However, now that Buzzwole GX has taken a backseat and it's all about baby Buzzwole, I feel like it's a lot more important to play the 60 HP because it has a better attack, a much better attack, I would say. This hand, we always play a supporter into no supporter. So that's the reason. Bubble is a better attack. 70 HP, I know I was a very big advocate of 70 HP, but generally there's so little Buzzwole GX right now, and it's never like the Pokemon that leads off and starts pressuring you, that there's no real reason. Yeah, there's no actual real reason to play the inferior attacks 70 HPs when you can play the 60 HPs. And for example, for corner, I mean for Rockruff, I'm also playing a split between 70 HP and corner, because now you don't fear as much, and as long as you're careful when playing around Tapu Lele Kuzma plays, that should be fine. Yeah. And Alex, you went to a bunch of pre-releases and you got some good pulls like a Rainbow Rare Blaziken GX and Shiftry GX. Very nice. And you went to Zapdos Day. That's very cool. I managed to get 2 shiny Zapdoses on Zapdos Day. That was awesome. Wait, top deck? Ooh, top deck the Cynthia, which is very lucky. Very lucky, but also not getting anything off of the end is pretty unlucky, I would say. Okay, so we actually have a pretty interesting hand here. I feel like Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher Mew seems decent. Or Counter Catcher Rockruff. Weapon has 5 cards. Do we Counter Catcher now? Okay, I'm definitely doing it this way. I can't use my ability this turn. So, no, do I even retreat? Yeah, I do retreat, and I think I Counter Catcher the Mew. I think I do Counter Catcher the Mew. Do I need to evolve? No. Well, I guess it technically doesn't matter. Technically, it doesn't matter. So let's Shadow Stitching. And yeah, Furibus, that's fine. You don't have Twitter either. So yeah, Serpentage, did that make sense for the 4 bubble Froakies? Does anyone ever do the Lele Kuzma DC thing? I think they do. It's definitely happened to me at tournaments where I take the risk and then it happens and then... not again. Not again. Oh my gosh, that's his third time. Zorak decks have been able to pull the Delinquent at the perfect time. Oh my god. I mean... oh, okay. He just draw passes. Ooh, that's a good top deck. Okay, so yes, it was good to bring up the Mew. It was better than bringing up the Zorak because Zorak could attack. It was better than bringing up the Rockruff because Mew is 2 prices. And it was better than bringing up the Lycanroc because Lycanroc could take a knockout. And it was better than bringing up the Lele because Mew is a bigger liability. Okay, so we get 2 prizes here. See, no, apparently I never learned with the with the Delinquent plays. They also have the Delinquent just at the perfect time. Yeah. Definitely, Alex. I'm sure we'll be able to. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be able to do our raid together. I don't know, like if he had Acerola, he could have just Acerola the Zorak, so actually spreading the damage made a lot of sense. It was more about buying time though than anything, but also maybe getting a prize now that the Delinquent play happened. Okay, now we get End, that's fine. I assume my opponent is looking for a DCE or for a DCE or any energy to be able to GX knock out my Greninja Break. Tough game though, tough game for sure. I can't believe I've fallen down to 3 Delinquents. I actually can't believe it. Okay, so Righteous Beating, we lose the splash, but that's okay. That is okay. So, now... just 1 basic water? Really? Okay, I'm gonna play that to Thin, and then I'm gonna play Cynthia. If Forget Your Price also is really tough. Okay, this is great. This is actually probably one of, if not best case scenario. So 30. I feel like I Giant Water Shuriken this guy. And do I still play the VGC? Yeah, I still play. Like just for fun, I still play. It's an interesting game to play for sure. I definitely still play VGC. And I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Yeah, I think I'm in the clear now, indeed. So I could double Giant Water Shuriken. I think that's the best option. To double Giant Water Shuriken and heal this Greninja. Right? Just to get the most damage on the board as possible. That's the only real threat that my opponent has. And then I'll max potion this guy to make sure it can survive the Zorak hit. As we know my opponent, like if my opponent had the energy, he would have already attached it to the Lycanroc, I feel. And now if he does, the Lycanroc is actually in a very precarious situation. And okay, Firabus, thank you so much. I'll send you the information through there, okay? It depends on my opponent top decks, right? He could Delinquent again. He could Delinquent again. I'm just assuming / hoping that that won't happen again. Like I might actually stream VGC one day this week, maybe even 2 days. Like it's fun, it's enjoyable, and since Celestial Storm isn't out yet, I wanna change it up. So I put a poll today on Facebook and TCG won, so maybe I'll do VGC tomorrow. I'll definitely try to do 1 Legacy day and 1 VGC day this week, and then Pokédex on Friday. I might go on a small vacation on the weekend though. Don't play into the Delinquent. I mean, the chance of the Delinquent were so small. Sometimes you have to play into the Delinquent because the chance of it are so low. But there we go. Finally, we got the win against Zorak. Okay, so we started off a rough 0-2, but if we were playing at regionals, we would be on the recovery train. Yeah, so 5 more games to go with Greninja. And I'm actually gonna go get some water, guys, real quickly. Give me 1 second. Oops. Yeah, like sometimes you just have to do it, right? The one time where I played the Brooklet heal, I definitely should not have played into the limit. I thought about it, but okay, I'm back. Just in time. Start, not ideal, but it's okay. Thank you, Alex. That's very kind of you. Whenever I play the Celesteela promo, I will be using the one that you give me. Okay, interesting Pokemon fan club rather than Bridget here. Ralph and Eevee. Why would you play Pokemon fan club rather than Bridget here? Unless my opponent is already trying to play post rotation. And hello Jedi, thanks so much for being here. Yeah, he might be playing post rotation. So Guardy should be a good matchup for us, right? Oh, my opponent just gets the perfect start here. The absolute perfect start. Okay, so Ultra Ball, the Blower, and then N? I don't think so. I think the Ultra Ball. Oh, careful. Yeah, I don't think we should like rush to get a second Froakie if we don't have to, or if we can't rather. We'll just end here. If we get another one, then that's great. But if not, it should be fine. I definitely can't retreat into the Froakie though, so I'll just have to pass here. There's the Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball for Lele, Kuzma, TC, KO. Or Rare Candy, Guardy, Secret Spring, Attach, Kuzma, KO. Rare Candy, Guardy. Or Ikorio, there's the 2 energy. Kuzma, KO, Froakie. And then I get punished for playing 60 HP Froakie. No, but my opponent will attack into the Staryu though. I have to assume this is a post rotation deck, right? The end takes away our Evil Soda and our Splash, which we get back, so it's fine. Here's a Fairy Wind. I feel like we should have this game under control eventually. So let's do this. I'm tempted to Ultra Ball for a Froakie here, but I don't think I should. I think I'll just Water Duplicates. And 5 games in a row we've prized 1 Frogget here. 5 games in a row. That's crazy. Just as crazy as getting delinquent at 2 games in a row to 0 cards. 3 games total. Isn't N out of rotation? Oh yeah, that's true. So never mind, actually. It's not a post-rotation deck. You are correct. I always dead draw. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Hello, Gamer Hello. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And we see a Fairy Wind KO. See another Fairy Wind KO. Fan Club to activate Oricourier's ability. That also makes a lot of sense. Definitely makes a lot of sense. Okay, so there we top deck the... oh no, we already had the Froakie. I didn't top deck the Froakie. So I'll leave a soda into Greninja. We have one of those prized as well. Gonna go ahead and attach. And then I'm gonna go ahead and end my opponent here. I am not a believer in Greninja. I wanted to give the deck a genuine try. Ugh, but take a look at this hand. This hand is so bad. This hand is actually so bad. And should I use a choice band here? No, I think I'll save that for the next Greninja. I'll Shadow Stitching here. Okay. Parallels me, that's fine. The parallel is fine, I guess. And okay, my opponent had the DC already. To say we are in trouble would be an understatement. Okay, that helps. So I should not have promoted the Froakie. How was I supposed to know that I was gonna top deck the Cynthia though? Okay, this is interesting-ish. I will definitely Suprod this, and this. And King Puff, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe. That's 2 months. Thank you so much. The dream is not dead yet, Dalton. The dream is not dead yet. Let's get Staryu here. Well, it might be dead, but like we need our Enhanced Hammers and our Counter Catcher. That's what we need here. And we need my opponent to not have Kuzma this turn. That's gonna be pretty clutch. The dream is not dead yet. The dream is actually not dead yet. Well, okay. Goes after the Splash Energy Frogadier. I'm okay with that. It's gonna be difficult though. My opponent is just getting way too far ahead. He hasn't been using his abilities though, which is good, despite the fact that we haven't been able to Shadow Stitching here. So, the energy helps. So let's do that, and let's Brooklet to Thin. So we need, at the very least, we need one of our Enhanced Hammers or Counter Catchers. Probably Enhanced Hammer, or we can get double Enhanced Hammer and Greninja. Okay, this is where we make the comeback. This is where we actually make the comeback. That was a huge hit. Let's not evolve the Staryu before we retreat, because that would be the one thing that would stop us from winning here. Let's definitely evolve the Starmie. And let's Shadow Stitching. Okay, now we're in firm control of the game, I feel. This is where we make the 6-2 comeback. This is where we make the 6-2 comeback. Gets a Cynthia, that's fine. I'm just gonna end him again. Now he can only attach 1 energy per turn. And he only has 1 card he set up as well, which is great. Because then we will be able to max potion damage off, which is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Hello, Hiruma. Very nice English you have there. And okay, now he decides to parallel by decreasing my damage output, which makes sense. But we still have a blower and a Brooklet left. And there's even Infinite Force for 90, so not too bad. Not too bad. We top deck a Frogadier, that's good. Let's end. I put it down to 2. Yeah, the end last turn was definitely a dream. Ooh, and now we got the counter catcher. That's also the dream. Yeah. Okay, I definitely need to start dropping more damage here. Or do I? Actually, it's probably better to get the Greninja here. And then use this Greninja break to just finish off everything, I feel. Right? I mean, I could still counter. I just don't want to counter catcher Sylveon. I could counter catcher Ikorio to buy myself some time. That doesn't sound awful, actually. It potentially prevents a prize. And Venomancer, thanks so much for the follow. Potentially prevents a prize, and I think that's the important thing here. Potentially prevents a prize card. I'll keep the energy. Yeah, I'll keep the energy. Let's just Shadow Stitching. So no Instruct, no Secret Spring. We might be able to make the comeback here. 7-2, here we come again, indeed. Iserola. Oh my gosh. He's only played one Guzma. And I want Iserola. Oh, and there's a DC. Jeez. Okay, that might be the end of it. Yeah, Iserola DC. That will probably be game. I was just never able to stabilize. Right? I was just never able to stabilize. I might have to bubble here. I can't get a KO. 1, 2. I need him to not have an energy. That's the only thing that saves me here. I need him to not have energy or Guzma. These are a little bit too late. Just a little bit too late. Okay. If he has a basic energy, we lose. If he doesn't have a basic energy, we might actually win. So, we'll see what happens. He needs either Guzma or energy. Well, that does it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh well. We're losing a lot of the good games. Of the good matchups, rather. Just one Guardy did us in. Just one Guardy. Oh well. It is Greninja, right? And that's why you don't play Greninja at tournaments. Unless you're feeling ridiculously lucky. And even then, like relying on luck to win a tournament, unless you're like sitting down on your Greninja cards, right? That takes the luck portion out of it, but I would definitely not recommend you do that. Definitely do not recommend you doing that. Okay, my opponent gets very excited, says hello, and then immediately leaves. Yeah, this is why frogs are really, really bad. This, and then when your opponent just raw double puzzle every time. Okay. I mean, frogs has always worked. Yeah. Frogs always works, and then it's a very good deck. It's just very unreliable. That's the issue. If you set up, you're going to win. But as you guys can see, like I've barely managed to set up my stuff. And then one Frogadier has always been priced, and that's been a big issue. The reason why I won against the other Greninja player was because he made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. And then you can get hands like this one. And not only did I mulligan, but I also don't even get a Froakie to start us off with. At least I get to go first, though. At least I get to go first. And there's a Mewtwo. Mewtwo is also like really annoying. If my opponent has Promo Giratina, we are actually in a lot of trouble. Oh boy. I guess I'll do this. So 1 Frogadier prized. I guess I should just assume I'm playing with 3 Frogadiers every game. That seems to make sense here. My Staryu could be in danger of... Nah. I mean, if he has Flowstone, Elixir, Energy, Lele, so be it, right? If he has double Elixir, Lele, Energy, Guzma, so be it. I'm not playing Espioniex. I'm actually not playing Espioniex. There's a Lele, there's Psychic Energy discarded. Okay. At least we're on track to not lose that Frogadier in turn 2 and to be able to set up. I did play into Delinquent again though. I did play into Delinquent again. There was nothing I could have done though to prevent it. And amazing Pikachu plays. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Elixir Energy, Flowstone, Mewtwo GX. Let's go. Or double Elixir Energy, Dawnwings, Necrozma KO. I mean, Brisboy, how much consistency is too much consistency though? Like, generally speaking, the deck already has 10 draw supporters and Tapu Lele. You could even play 12 draw supporters. There does come a point where no matter how many more draw supporters you're adding, it's just not really helping the deck's consistency. So I think you need the reactionary cards that you mentioned in order to be able to keep control or to stay in a game where you didn't go off to a great start. If you see like the results of the historical results of Greninja, almost all of them have reactionary cards that you just mentioned. Like, that's what allows them to stay in games. So I think it's actually pretty important, because how much consistency is too much consistency. And Blastoise 1990, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Okay, so my opponent gets a dream start against our okay start. We are going to lose the Frogadier in turn 2. I guess I spoke too soon. Hello Sombra, how are you doing today? The good thing is this can only hit for 130. I mean for 120, right? That's a good thing. That is a good thing. And Orlando Breloom. Orlando Breloom, that's a cool nickname. Thank you so much for the follow. Ooh. Gets the beast energy. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Now Dawnwings can actually KO my poor Greninjas. And I get an end that I'll save for later. I'm doing well, thank you. And I'm Rob Rodriguez. Hola. How are you doing today? Well, we got Greninja, right? We got a Greninja. We got 3 Greninjas actually. I guess this is where if you were Michael Long, you would put these 2 on your bench, on your lap, and then he would say, oh, I only drew 4, let me draw 2 more, or something like that. Oh boy. Where you tried Greninja Talonflame? No, I disagree. Talonflame is just not a very good card. They have everything every time, everything every time. Is it possible to draw worse? Yes, but it is getting very ridiculous, right? Oh well. My opponent's name is I Stole Your Soul, and that would be very correct, a very correct description, you know? Oh well, Hello with the fire shots. I mean, generally, I live off of Pokemon, and I work my butt off to be able to do it. And then you get this guy, Michael Long, who just cheats at every tournament and makes money off of that, that's not gonna fly with me, you know? That's really just not gonna work with me. So I met the kid. I actually played against him in Hartford, Connecticut. I was like, okay, he's a kid, right? He gets the benefit of the doubt. And then the whole lab thing happened, and I was like, wow. It's like, what kind of parents do you have that led you to that? Yeah, that's the example that you're setting for your kids. Yeah. Okay, so we have some recovery options here thanks to a counter catcher. We may actually live. We may actually live here. Enhance Hammer top deck would be nice. And Blastoise 990, yeah. So essentially, 1 bit is 1 cent of an American dollar. So if you the 100 bits, the 100 bits that you just sent in, those are $1. That's equivalent to $1. So literally every little bit helps. Okay, this Enhanced Hammer is actually really clutch because it allows me to wow, I have 2 Greninjas in the discard pile. It allows me to prevent this guy from, or it prevents him from retreating and attacking on the same turn, which is great. Now I could Giant Water Shuriken. I feel like I should do it here. Let me Brooklet first for Froakie to thin. And Tama Drummer, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Very kind of you. Do you have any tips for catching cheaters? I mean, I'm the same, KDC. Like, I don't know if I've been cheated a lot against and I just haven't noticed, or if I'm just really bad at catching it, but I've never actually caught anyone trying to cheat against me. Yeah, so like I didn't even catch Michael Long. Yeah, maybe I'm just too naive, but and no, people can't cheat on the online platform. We're talking about real life tournaments. But yeah, the important thing is to pay a lot of attention to what your opponent is doing. Yeah, that's the important thing. And yeah, like being aware of how many cards they have in their hand, being aware of, like, what I usually do is I'm constantly checking my opponent's discard pile, and then if I know they need something key like a Kuzma and they have already used all 4, I will say out loud so that people around here, oh, you've already played 4 Kuzma, because then that means like people have heard, yeah, there's a statement that he has 4 Kuzma, he or she has 4 Kuzma in their discard pile, and therefore if they have another one, then it would be pretty suspicious, right? And by pretty suspicious, I mean cheating. Okay. This is a rough game though. Like, yes, we have him under lock, he's not attacking, but we're also not doing much ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energy. 9 energy down for him. Out of potential 11 or 12. And yeah, cutting your opponent's deck differently every time, that helps. Sombra, yeah, an opponent in Hartford played with a very messy board state, and it got to the point that his energy got mixed up, and he tried to say they weren't Pokemon when I knew he hadn't attached there. Yeah, like, that's also very important to make sure that the board state is very clean. Okay, so my opponent will get the energy he needed now. Gosh, we're in such a bad situation here. Top deck. No, that's not the top deck I want. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Why are things this bad? Okay, taking a price here is so bad. It's what I have to do. That really sucks. That actually really sucks. We're gonna lose another good matchup because of how bad this deck is. How many draw supporters do I play? I'm playing 10. Yeah, like you told me, like people can be very like this. Yeah, I always give the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, how many cards in your hand? Like if you can keep track, if your opponent, if you played N and then they should have 4 and they have 5, well, something weird happened there, right? It's like a lot of those things do matter. I've played 5 of my 10 Draw supporters. I have played 0 Sycamores. Yeah, it's very important to ask and be aware of how many cards your opponent has in their hand. Very, very important. Okay, so here we go. I don't think there's any way to make a comeback here. My opponent's damage output is just too high versus my damage Greninja Break and my single Greninja. And then this guy reducing my damage even. And not having the Staryu anymore. Oh boy. Okay. And this is why, guys, we really shouldn't be playing Greninja at tournaments, because it's just a really bad deck. Yeah, still 3 more games to go, but